In order for you to go from zero to $1,000, which is around 70,000 rupees in India, you don't need any complex stuff. You just need to follow the basic things, but you need to follow those basic things with consistency. And that's all it is about. Let's say today you say, okay, Akshat, I want to learn video editing, right? Now, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they just go all in, okay? If you have never understood a single concept of video editing ever before in your life, do not bound yourself by saying that I am just going to learn video editing for the next 4 years of my life. People are going to pay you money if you solve their problem and if you are really competent out there in the world. Okay, nobody is going to pay money for a person who is mediocre and whose services which are not going to solve any problem for them or are not going to bring any results for the client essentially, right? Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Akshat Tongia and you are listening/watching the 10th episode of the Escape Normalcy show. Now today I am solo here, sitting and talking to you guys. The last time I did a solo episode of this podcast was the second ever episode of the podcast, which I did when I was in Goa, and I talked to you guys about how to start from scratch, how to outreach people and all those different kind of things. But today I'm sitting alone again, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the things, some of the thoughts that are in my mind when it comes to service business and how you should start from scratch and how you can go to that mark of $1,000 if you have never earned a single penny as a service provider out in the world, right? I tried to invite some guests, but some of them didn't reply back to me because they might be busy or they might just didn't wanted to come to my podcast and talk to me. But yeah, anyways, that's the case. And I have also been lazy in the last few weeks, so I didn't reach out to a lot of people because at the end of the day, when you're inviting guests to the podcast, it is just a numbers game. So I didn't, cranked up those numbers. So that's why we are just talking today because we have to create content and I just cannot leave the podcast if people are not going to come to the podcast or if there is a delay where I am just unable to, invite some of the guests to the podcast. But yeah, in the future, a lot of interesting guests are going to come on the podcast for sure. I can assure you of that. But today, again, going to be a very insightful episode for a lot of you people because I'm going to talk about how to start from scratch and make your first $1,000 as a service provider. Now, what I believe is that there are a lot of videos, a lot of creators on YouTube who talks about how you can make $10,000 as a service provider in first month, how you can scale your marketing agency to $100,000 in next 6 months, right? And people, beginners who are just starting out, watch these videos and they try to apply those advanced tactics in their life and essentially in their career and things that they're pursuing, right? And what happens with that is things seem to not work for them and they get frustrated about the complexity of the stuff involved. Because the thing is, in order for you to go from $0 to $1,000, the mindset, the process, the strategies used are completely different than the strategies that you will need in order for you to go from $1,000 to $10,000 or from $10,000 to $100,000. So if you have never earned a single penny in the market as a service provider, if you are trying to apply the strategies that you need in order for you to go from $10,000 to $100,000, those things are not going to work for you. And you are going to get stuck at a place where everything will seem very complex to you and very advanced to you, right? Because the thing is, in order for you to go from $0 to $1,000, which is around 70,000 rupees in India, you don't need any complex stuff. You just need to follow the basic things, but you need to follow those basic things with consistency. And that's all it is about, right? And that is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. There are 4-5 important things that I just want to cover with you guys. I'm just going to tell you my experience of starting from scratch and going at a place where now I make multiple $1,000s as a service provider. And what are the steps that I took essentially to go from that $0 mark to $1,000 mark, because leave $1,000 mark जब मैंने पहली बार 25,000 रुपए कमाए थे, which is around $350, I felt ecstatic. I felt ecstasy because I was like, okay, this is it. If I can earn money sitting at my home, working for anyone else around the world, I have time, I have freedom, I have flexibility of my time. I can travel, I can spend time with my loved ones. So like the entire spectrum of possibilities opened up for me, right? And that day I was like, okay, this is it, I made it, right? And so I'm just saying that 25,000 rupees felt like a lot of money. And so today we are talking about $1,000 mark, which is 70,000 rupees. So agar tumne aaj tak as a service provider, as a freelancer, ek bhi paisa nahi kamaya hai, then this episode is just for you, right? And if you have even been making a lot of money, like not a lot, but decent money, like 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 rupees, whatever the money might be. I don't know the exact number. I can help you with this episode to reach to the $1,000 mark, right? Which is 70,000 rupees again. So without wasting any time, let's start this, right? So number one thing, obviously, is the first step would be to pick and learn a monetizable skill. Now you have to be smart about it. When it comes to picking a skill, you might get confused at the start कि actually मैं कौन सी skill pick करूँ. I just don't know. I have no idea about what skill should I learn. So number one thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to pick a monetizable skill which is not declining in trend, and it is going to be a good skill for the next 5-10 years, because you have to play the long-term game. In order for you to succeed, you just will have to play the long-term game, right? So pick a skill which you think is going to be relevant in the next 5-10 years. For example, video editing. Everybody is creating content, so people need video editors. Content creation, copywriting, paid advertising. These are some of the skills that are going to be relevant in the next 5-10 years as well, because the online ecosystem is going to scale very faster, and so new platforms are going to arrive. More content is going to get published online. So these are some of the skills that people will always pay money for in the market, right? So do not pick a skill which is on the decline phase. For example, do not say that, okay, I'm a writer and I write articles for newspapers. Okay, like anyways, the consumption of newspaper is declining every day. In the next 10 years, probably it will be vanished, right? So you will be out of the business if you really are approaching it from the long-term perspective. So once you've decided the skill, for example, let's say today you say, okay, Akshat, I want to learn video editing, right? Now, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they just go all in, okay? If you have never understood a single concept of video editing ever before in your life, do not bound yourself by saying that I am just going to learn video editing for the next 4 years of my life. Don't do that, okay? See, तुम किसी लड़की से मिलते हो on a first date, you flirt with her, okay? You talk with her. And if you feel good after some time, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you decide, okay, now I'm going to marry this girl. You're not like, okay, I just went on a date with this girl. I flirted with her for a while and I just married her. I just told her that now I want to marry you. It doesn't work like that. So treat your skill in the exact same way, okay? You pick a skill, flirt around with your skill here and there, see what you're feeling, see what you're not feeling, see if you are feeling good learning the skill or not. If you are feeling good, go deep, go on multiple dates, with the skill. Yeah, if I would have to compare, then figure out if you are really interested in the skill or not. If you are, then it's time to just focus on that one skill and learn that skill. But in the first few iterations, if you feel like, yeah, no, this is not the skill that I really want to learn for the long run, change the skill, go date someone else, figure out what your taste is, figure out what your, perfect skill would be. So you have to explore, you will have to flirt with multiple skill here and there, and then only you will be able to figure out which one skill is actually making sense for you, which is that one skill that drives you every day and you're not getting bored learning that skill. So do not bound yourself just right off the bat, okay? Give yourself time, flirt with the skill, and once you are fixated about the skill, learn about that skill in as much depth as possible. So that's the first step, very basic one. A lot of people make it very complex. Like, see, I understand that sometimes it can get very frustrating. I just don't know which skill to pick, okay? I just don't know how to learn the skill and all those kind of things. And reality is, no matter how many videos you see, nobody is going to hold your hands and tell you exactly how to learn a skill and how to monetize that skill. It is your responsibility to actually go out in the world, explore, figure out what skill is making sense for you and you are really enjoying executing. Pick that skill, learn about that skill, because you can literally learn any skill on the internet for free. Go to YouTube, read articles, read blogs, go to Twitter, find people who are like you or who are already doing some great work in the field that you want to do. Talk to them, connect with them, ask to them how to actually learn that skill. Because I am a marketer, I cannot tell you how to learn video editing, but I can tell you the fundamental concepts of how you can actually approach learning a new skill. Okay, people just make excuses about how they are unable to learn skill. They don't know what courses to buy. See, everything is available online. Google is there for you. Go to Google and type learn video editing courses, free video editing courses, video editing mastery. Everything is available out there, right? So I think it is just a matter of a shift in mindset. When you shift your mindset from I want to be a video editor to I will do everything to become a video editor, game changes, because now you are in the execution mode. तुम कितना भी बैठ के सपने देख लो कि मैं वीडियो एडिटर बन जाऊंगा, मैं आई विल बी द इंडियाज बेस्ट वीडियो एडिटर, आई एम गोइंग टू एडिट वीडियोज लाइक दिस, वीडियोज लाइक दैट, जब तक तुम अपना skin in the game नहीं लाओगे, तब तक you will never be able to become a good video editor. So again, once you pick the skill, it is now the entire game of execution. You have to execute, you have to learn every day. Resources are available out there for free. Do not make excuses. Go out there and actually please learn this skill, okay? That's it. Figure it out yourself. You're not a kid anymore. So it's your responsibility to figure out कि तुम्हें वो skill कैसे सीखनी है. Yeah, do that. So once you have done that, you have picked a monetizable skill smartly, you have learned this skill. The next step would be to building a proof of your skill set, right? Oh, so by the way, before we move on to building a proof of your skill set, there is one formula that I want to talk about, right? Which is volume multiplied by skill is equals to outcome. अब होगा ये कि जब तुम start कर रहे होगे ना as a beginner, you will not be great at that one skill, right? तो तुम सोचोगे यार मैं इसमें अच्छा कैसे हूँ, मैं इसमें अच्छा कैसे हूँ, मैं outcomes कैसे अच्छे लाऊं. So in that scenario, at that position, all you got to do is you got to increase the repetitions. तो अगर तुम आज वीडियो एडिटिंग सीख रहे हो, आज तुम्हारा पहला दिन है, तो तुम्हें अपने रेपिटेशंस बढ़ाने होंगे. मतलब तुम्हें वीडियो एडिटिंग के बारे में 10-15 घंटे बैठ के सीखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? तुम्हें 15-20 वीडियो एडिट करने पड़ेंगे अगले 1 महीने के अंदर, यू नो. एंड ग्रेजुअली एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा जब तुम इस स्किल में अच्छे होते जाओगे, और तुम जैसे जैसे उस स्किल में अच्छे होते जाओगे, तुम अपनी अगर वॉल्यूम कम भी कर दोगे, तब भी तुम्हें वैसे ही आउटकम मिलेंगे जो तुम्हें शुरुआत में मिल रहे थे जब तुम्हारी वॉल्यूम ज्यादा थी पर स्किल अच्छी नहीं थी. अब द ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट अबाउट दिस इज, मैंने इस पर रील भी बनाई है, दैट जब तुम किसी स्किल में इतने अच्छे हो जाते हो कि तुम मीडियोकर मेजॉरिटी से अच्छे हो, तो इवन दो तुम अच्छे आउटकम्स देख रहे होते हो, फिर भी तुम वॉल्यूम को डिक्रीज नहीं करते, क्योंकि तुम्हें उसमें मजा आ रहा होता है. अब तुम्हारी स्किल भी अच्छी है और अगर तुम्हारी वॉल्यूम भी अच्छी है, तो आउटकम्स दैट यू गेट आर एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी. या दिस इज अ ब्यूटीफुल लूप ऑफ मास्टरी, राइट? योर स्किल, व्हेन यू इंक्रीज द रेपिटेशंस, you become great at skill, and once you become great at skill, you do not decrease the repetitions and volume because now you enjoy it. And so it creates a great loop, you know, where you see the results which are extraordinary. Yeah, so that's one formula to keep in mind if you're just starting out and you are starting in any new field and you're trying to learn any new skill, right? So that's about picking and learning a new skill. Second thing that I want to talk about is building proof of your skill set. So the next obvious step is that you need to build a proof of your skill set. A lot of people are like, if I have learned this skill, people are going to come to me and they are going to buy my services. No, it doesn't happen like that, you know. Like, the world is not as easy as your parents told you when you were in the school. Okay, it's the real world. People are going to pay you money if you solve their problem and if you are really competent out there in the world. Okay, nobody is going to pay money for a person who's mediocre and whose services which are not going to solve any problem for them or are not going to bring any results for the client, essentially, right? So in order for you to build that credibility, in order for you to build that authority, you will need to build a proof of your skill set. Now this is another objection that a lot of people face, is that भैया मैंने स्किल तो सीख ली बट लोग मेरे साथ काम नहीं करना चाहते because I do not have the proof of work and I am a beginner. Yeah. Now there are essentially 2 ways how you can generate and build proof of your skill set. Number one is by doing the internships and get the certificates and get the testimonials and get the reviews, or in the same segment do work for free for someone. So basically providing your services for free to clients that you want to work with. Yeah. In both these scenarios, you are basically going to work for free for someone. You are going to execute your skills in the real world practically. You are going to learn out of it. You are going to apply your knowledge that you learned in the past in the real world. And you are just going to take testimonials and you are going to build case studies out of those experiences and that particular project. And you are going to keep it with yourself. Yeah, that's one way of building proof of your skill set. Another one which I absolutely enjoy and I really believe in is by just executing on that skill every day and documenting it on social media. So for example, if you're a video editor, take raw clips, edit the video, edit those raw clips and post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter, you know, share that journey of behind the scenes journey of editing that video on YouTube. Basically execute your skill in the real world, document it and post it on different social media platforms and share it globally with potential reach of millions of people. Yeah, that's the beauty of social media, that you can literally sit down at a small village in India, you can work on the skills, you can execute, you can put in the work, and you can share it with millions of people out there in the world for free. Yeah, so I think this second way of building the proof of skill set makes more sense to me, because I never worked for free for anyone, but I do not degrade that part of it, because I think a lot of people have gained a lot of experience, a lot of practical experience by working for free for a lot of people, or by doing internships, right? So please do not neglect that part of it. You can do that as well. A great way of actually building the portfolio and building the, I would say, proof of your skill set. But the second one is obviously, just execute your skill in the real world for yourself, work on the personal projects and share it with the world out there on social media, And when you do that, first of all, you execute your skills on a daily basis. Second, when you post it online, you start building a community of people who have the same interest like you, who are also video editors. If we talk about video editing, right? You can do it for any skill out there. If you are a content writer, go to medium.com, go to LinkedIn, write long form blogs, share it with people. You will be practicing your skill as well, and you will be sharing it with people for free as well. And in that process of executing and learning and getting better at that skill, you will also build a community around your skill. What can be better than that? Yeah. So once you've done any of these two things, or maybe two things, if you are the if you have that great work ethic and you are ambitious than majority of the people, maybe do both of them. Well and good, like kudos to you if you can do both of them. But yeah, anyways, the point is, the crux is that you need to build the portfolio, the proof of your skill set. अब तुम इसको लोगों के लिए फ्री में काम करके बना सकते हो, या फिर तुम उस स्किल को एग्जीक्यूट करके बना सकते हो, विच विल एक्ट एज प्रूफ ऑफ योर वर्क. बिकॉज अगर तुम मुझे आके आज बोलते हो कि भैया दीज आर सम ऑफ द वीडियोज दैट आई हैव एडिटेड, और वो वीडियोज बहुत अच्छी हैं, लाइक उन वीडियोज की क्वालिटी ऐसी है दैट आई एस्पायर टू पोस्ट फॉर माई प्रोफाइल और फॉर माई क्लाइंट्स प्रोफाइल्स, I would hire you. Like, I don't care what are your past experiences, who are the people that you have worked with. If you can show me the work that you've done in the past, and if that work looks good to me and it makes sense to me, I'm going to hire you, right? And that's the mentality for every entrepreneur out there in the world, every business person out there in the world, because they just want to get the work done, unless the direct cost and direct risk is involved for that particular person who is hiring you, right? Which is a talk of completely different podcast episode. Maybe I'll do another one in the future, but right now you have to make sure that second step is to actually build the proof of your skill set. Extremely important, because you just cannot learn a skill and go out there in the world and people are going to buy your services. So please work on that. Build proof of your skill set via one of the two methods that I've told you. Maybe do both of them if you wish to, but that's that. Third step would be cold outreaching and communication. See, you have learned a skill, well and good. You have learned video editing, you have learned copywriting. Both are great skills that you can learn. But the point is, I'm going to be extremely brutal and honest with you that these are not the skills. These skills do not make you lethal. These skills do not make you extraordinary. Because the thing is, if you can learn video editing, watching videos on YouTube, anybody else out there in the world can as well. Yeah. So if anyone can learn the skill that you can, you are replaceable. Anyone else would reach out to your clients with their work, and if their work is better, you are going to get eliminated. You do not want to do that. Now, how do you not get eliminated with the skill that you already have? You build relationships. You get better at communication. Yeah, that's one skill that almost every freelancer or agency owners, when they're starting out, neglect. They passively ignore it. क्योंकि उन्हें लगता है कि ठीक है ना, कम्युनिकेशन से क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है, मैं वीडियो एडिटिंग में अच्छा हूँ, मैं वीडियो एडिट्स करूंगा और मैं बहुत सारे पैसे कमा लूंगा. नो, इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट. Because in reality, in the real world, you work with people. So if you are not capable of communicating with people the right way, if you are not capable of building relationships with people out the right way in the world, the fruitful relationships with people out there in the world, at the end of the day, you are not going to sustain, because people like to work with people who they trust. And trust comes with transparent communication of your thoughts and building relationships with that one person. Now, these are the soft skills that you also need to pay attention to. क्योंकि आज मैं अगर तुम्हें बोल दूंगा कि ओके ठीक है, तुमने स्किल सीख ली, तुमने अपना प्रूफ बना लिया. अगर मैं तुम्हें आज बोलूँ कि तुम एक रैंडम CEO who lives in Los Angeles, United States of America से बात करनी है on a Zoom video call, would you be able to do it? Irrespective of how good your skills are, अगर तुम उस इंसान से Zoom पे कॉन्फिडेंटली बात नहीं कर सकते, तो वो इंसान तुम्हारे साथ काम नहीं करेगा. You have to understand that, because you will have to build trust, you will have to build authority, you will have to position yourself as a competent person with the skill that you have. और ये सब चीज़ें तभी होगी जब तुम खुद की कम्युनिकेशन अच्छी करोगे, जब तुम खुद की सेल्स स्किल्स अच्छी करोगे, जब तुम एक रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग में अच्छे हो जाओगे, राइट? सो the next step would be for you to focus on these soft skills. Become great at English communication. Become good at building relationships with people. Read about human psychology. Read about persuasion. There are a lot of books that you need to read, okay? It doesn't matter what field you are in, you will have to understand human psychology. You can read a lot of books about it, but if you can understand humans, you know how to talk to them, you know how to communicate with them, and you know how to build relationships with them. And if you know that, and if you do that, and if you do these soft skill things like communication, building relationships in your own authentic way, like I am doing these expressions. Now these expressions are authentic and unique to me. Okay, I'm not faking anything. This is who I am. मैं बीच में हिंदी में बोलता हूँ because I want to. मैं पूरा पॉडकास्ट इंग्लिश में कर सकता हूँ कभी कभी because I want to. This is my authentic self. तो if you communicate authentically, if you build relationships the way that comes natural to you, people will trust you. People will trust you, and if they trust you, they won't hesitate in doing business with you. So this is, I think, as I said, most neglected aspect of service. People just not think about how important communication and building relationships are. I've talked about this thousands of times by now in my community, but I still see a lot of people who are just not good at communication, even though their skills are really good. Yeah. So please work on communication and building relationships with people, so you are confident when you are actually talking to them. Doesn't matter who the person is. Yeah. They might be from a completely different corner of the earth, or they might be from your local hometown. Doesn't matter, but you just need to get really good at communication, right? So there's a third step, or you can say the third thing that I wanted to talk about. So that's that. And then as I missed cold outreach in this particular part. So communication relationship building is one part, another one is cold outreach. तुमने कोई स्किल सीख ली है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि लोग तुम्हें ढूंढेंगे और तुम्हारे पास आ जाएंगे. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु डू वीडियो एडिटिंग, राइट? तो अगर तुम बस शुरुआत कर रहे हो और तुम्हारे बारे में लोगों को नहीं पता है, तो इट इज़ योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि तुम उनके आंखों के सामने जाओ. देयर इज अ सेइंग इन द वर्ल्ड कि जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, राइट? तुमने सुना ही होगा, इफ यू आर इन द लाइक इफ यू हैव lived and grown up in a family where everybody speaks Hindi, right? जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, like a very basic saying, right? So if you are not visible in the world, people are not going to reach out to you if they even need your services, because they don't know who you are and what you do. So you have to outreach people. You can outreach people via cold emails. You can send cold DMs to people on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can find the email address of these people and you can send them cold emails. Now I'm not going to tell you how to write cold emails, how to send cold DMs. मैंने बहुत सारी वीडियोस बना दी हुई है मेरे YouTube चैनल पे. Maybe you can click the card here or here and check the video out. I don't know. If not my channel, find how to write good cold emails. There are millions of videos out there on YouTube on how to write cold emails that convert, how to send DMs to people for the purpose of selling your services and building relationships. So that's outreach. Basically, the entire goal is to make yourself visible at the start, and the only way you will ever be able to make yourself visible at the start is by actually reaching out to people, sending them emails, and basically making the noise out there in the world. Okay, ऐसा सोचो कि तुम यहाँ पे छोटा सा एक कोई पार्टिकल है जो कि कहीं पे बैठा हुआ है, and not बैठा हुआ है क्या, रखा हुआ है. People don't know about that particle, right? And all of a sudden, if that particle starts vibrating, you know, the faster it vibrates, the greater the frequency of the vibration of that particle is, the more people will actually notice the particle. So when you extensively reach out to more people, the vibrations that you generate in the world increases, and with more vibrations you get more attention, and a lot more people actually notice you and actually, you know, pay attention to what you are all about and what you do as a person and how possibly you can help them. Yeah, that's why it is extremely important to outreach when you're just starting out, right? So that's complete. Third thing, which is cold outreach and communication. Fourth is now basically fulfillment. Yes. So if you have a skill, if you have built the proof of work, if you have reached out to them, you have pitched them your services, and if everything goes well, you will be able to close the client and you would be able to work with them. It's simple. Like it doesn't have to be hard, right? These are three major things that you need to do on the top of the funnel. Get a skill, get good at it, build proof of work, reach out to people. That's it. Simple. Okay? That's all that you need to follow. Literally, that's it. Yeah? And obviously, you will have to work on your sales skills, your communication skills in order for you to close the deal and get the project. But nobody is going to do it for you or hold your hands and teach you, right? You will have to learn it yourself. But you just have to do these three things. It doesn't matter how long or how complex these three steps can be for any person. But if they do it, they are going to sign clients as a service provider, right? So yeah, that completes the first, I would say, the top part of the funnel as a service provider, which is picking and learning a skill, building proof of work, and cold outreaching and communication. These three things, you'll close the deal. The fourth one would be fulfillment. Yeah. Now, before I talk about fulfillment, there is a crucial thing that I missed when it comes to outreach and when it comes to providing services to people and the people you will reach out to. It is niche, right? Niche is basically consist of two parts. Number one, the skills that you provide, the services you provide, and the people you will provide these services to, right? अब होता है कि स्टार्टिंग के अंदर बहुत सारे लोगों को अपनी स्किल तो पता होती है कि ठीक है मैं वीडियो एडिटर हूँ, पर उन्हें ये नहीं पता होता कि मैं ये वीडियो एडिटिंग सर्विसेज किसे प्रोवाइड करूँ, ठीक है, विच कैन बी अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल. सो माई टेक ऑन दिस वुड बी कि तुम नीश डाउन के बारे में ज़्यादा मत सोचो. तुम्हें पता है कि मुझे वीडियो एडिटिंग आती है, तो तुम मार्केट में उन लोगों को अप्रोच करो जो कि एसेंशियली वीडियो एडिटिंग सर्विसेज ढूंढ रहे हैं, ठीक है, और तुम उनके साथ काम करो एंड यू अप्लाई योर वीडियो एडिटिंग स्किल्स प्रैक्टिकली आउट देयर इन द वर्ल्ड, ठीक है. ऐसे तुम बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सेगमेंट ऑफ लोगों के साथ काम करो और फिगर आउट करो कि तुम्हें किन लोगों के साथ काम करने में सबसे ज़्यादा मजा आ रहा है. आफ्टर अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जब तुम फिगर आउट कर लोगे, अच्छा ठीक है, दीज आर द पीपल दैट आई वांट टू वर्क विद. आई वांट टू वर्क विद यूट्यूबर्स, आई वांट टू वर्क विद फैशन क्रिएटर्स, आई वांट टू वर्क विद स्पोर्ट्स क्रिएटर्स. जब तुम उतनी क्लैरिटी में आ जाओ, देन फिक्स योर नीश व्हिच इज ओके, दीज आर नाउ द पीपल दैट आई वांट टू वर्क विद. नाउ वंस दैट्स डन, देन योर आउटरीचिंग प्रोसेस स्किल्स, बिकॉज अब तुम्हें पता है कि एग्जैक्टली मुझे किन लोगों को आउटरीच करना है, तो तुम उन लोगों को इजीली ढूंढ सकते हो ऑनलाइन, ऑन लिंक्डइन, ऑन ट्विटर, ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. तो तुम्हारी आउटरीच की फ्रीक्वेंसी तुम बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ा सकते हो. और जब तुम वो करोगे तो जो तुम क्लाइंट साइन करोगे उनके नंबर्स बढ़ जाएंगे, क्योंकि तुम ज़्यादा लोगों को आउटरीच कर रहे होगे. और ज़्यादा लोगों के साथ जब तुम आउटरीच करोगे, तुम ज़्यादा लोगों से कॉल पे बात करोगे, तुम ज़्यादा लोगों से कॉल पे बात करोगे, तो तुम ज़्यादा डील्स क्लोज करोगे. सिंपल बेसिक मैथ है ये, ठीक है. सो हाँ, I just wanted to talk about that niche thing because a lot of people are confused about which niche should I choose, bhaiya, which is the most profitable niche of 2022, right? So do not worry about it. First, focus on the skill, work with different kind of people, and once you're sure about who are the people that you want to work with, then essentially niche down and go for scalability, which is basically increasing the numbers of how many emails you send, increasing the numbers of how many clients you sign. That's basically what niching is all about. It helps you in scalability. It doesn't help you in clarity. Go for clarity first by exploration and then go for profitability. That's my take on it when it comes to niche, right? Now moving forward, the fourth step would be fulfillment. You have closed the deal. You are working with your clients. So now it is time for you to fulfill their needs, right? Now when it comes to fulfillment, first thing that you need to understand when it comes to fulfillment is you have to be on clear contract with the person you are working with. If you have started working professionally, not when you're actually working for free for someone, right? If you have priced your services, now it is time for you to, be very clear about what your deliverables are going to be. So for example, तुम वीडियो एडिटर हो तो तुम क्लाइंट को क्लियरली बोलो कि मैं तुम्हें 1 महीने में 5 वीडियो एडिट्स करके दूंगा. इन 5 वीडियोस के लिए मैं तुमसे $1,000 चार्ज करूंगा. हर वीडियो में 1 रिवीजन वुड बी फ्री, और उसके बाद तुम जो भी मुझसे रिवीजन्स कराओगे उसके लिए आई विल चार्ज यू XYZ अमाउंट एक्स्ट्रा. अगर तुम कंटेंट राइटर हो, टेल देम आई एम गोइंग टू राइट 5 आर्टिकल्स फॉर यू. फर्स्ट रिवीजन फॉर एवरी आर्टिकल इज गोइंग टू बी फ्री. नेक्स्ट फॉर ऑल द रिवीजन्स आफ्टर दैट आई विल चार्ज यू एक्स्ट्रा मनी. तुम्हें उतनी क्लैरिटी चाहिए और तुम्हें उस क्लैरिटी के साथ अपने क्लाइंट के साथ काम करना है. अगर तुम उस क्लैरिटी के साथ काम नहीं करोगे तो there might be some cases where people just ask for revision again and again and again. Yeah, so that's first thing in fulfillment. Be on the clear page, okay, where you are clear about what you need to deliver and your client is clear about what they can expect from your services. Very important. Second one would be finding a process of how you fulfill. ठीक है, तो तुम अगर कंटेंट राइटर हो, तुम्हें 5 आर्टिकल लिखने हैं, तो क्रिएट अ प्रोसेस कि ठीक है मैं कंटेंट राइटर हूँ, मुझे 5 आर्टिकल लिखने हैं, 5 टॉपिक्स ये हैं. सो अच्छा, these are 5 topics. Pick the one topic, research about it, write the first draft, sit down, review the draft, maybe edit things and make it final, then move to the second topic. Whatever system makes sense for you. I'm not telling you to do like this, but this is just a way of me telling you that you need to build systems when it comes to actually working on the tasks for your clients and actually delivering them, right? नंबर 1 इज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, सेकंड इज बिल्डिंग सिस्टम्स अराउंड द थिंग्स दैट यू वांट टू डिलीवर. अगर तुम्हें वीडियो एडिट करने हैं तो फिगर आउट कि अच्छा ठीक है मुझे ये वीडियो एडिट करना है, फॉर दिस वीडियो आई नीड ए रोल्स, आई नीड बी रोल्स, आई नीड sound effects, I need background music. Collect all of these things, then set and edit the video and send it to your client. You have to have a process. Because अगर तुम्हारा प्रोसेस नहीं होगा तो तुम टाइम वेस्ट कर दोगे. तुम एक चीज़ से दूसरी चीज़ पे आओगे, दूसरी चीज़ से तीसरी चीज़ पे जाओगे और तुम्हें खुद पता नहीं पड़ेगा कि मुझे एग्जैक्टली करना क्या है. व्हाट इज माई सेकंड स्टेप, व्हाट इज माई नेक्स्ट स्टेप. दैट इज वाई आई थिंक प्रोसेस इज इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन इट कम्स टू डिलीवरिंग योर वर्क. ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग के अंदर तुम्हें इतना लोड लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट वंस यू हैव 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, you need it. You need to have that process. So number 1 is contract, second one is a process, and third one is delivery. You have to make sure that you are under promising and you are over delivering. हमेशा ध्यान रखना, relationships build and get stronger when you under promise and you over deliver. अगर तुम क्लाइंट को बोलते हो कि I'm going to edit 5 videos for you in next 20 days, और अगर तुम वो वीडियोस 15 दिन में दे देते हो, that's over delivering. That's under promising and over delivering. This over delivering builds trust over time with your clients. Now, if this trust doesn't pay its dividends in the short term, it always pays its dividends in the long run, in the near future. So always make sure that you're under promising and over delivering. When you do that, you build trust. You basically ignite word of mouth marketing for you, because when people trust you, they talk about you in their social circle and you get more clients via word of mouth marketing. So I think that's about fulfillment. Be on the clear terms, build process for your delivery, and under promise and over deliver. That's how you fulfill any freelance service or any service for that matter of sake. Doesn't matter what industry you are in, right? That's the fourth part, which is fulfillment. Fifth is feedback and reviews. अब तुमने अपने क्लाइंट के साथ काम करा, उन्हें अपना डिलीवरेबल दिया. नाउ इट इज टाइम फॉर यू टू आस्क देम हाउ डिड दे फाइंड योर वर्क, व्हाट आर देयर थॉट्स ऑन योर सर्विसेज, थॉट्स ऑन हाउ यू कैन इंप्रूव योर सर्विसेज, थॉट्स ऑन व्हाट वाज एक्सट्रीमली गुड अबाउट योर सर्विसेज. you have to take those reviews. So उसके लिए तुम्हें क्या करना है कि make a Google form for it, write some questions. Okay, what are your thoughts on my services, how much would you rate my services out of 10, would you recommend me to someone else, etc. Questions लिखो Google form में and share that Google form at the end of first month with your client and ask them gently to fill the form. You need those reviews. उससे होगा ये कि तुम्हारे पास testimonials build होंगे और तुम्हारे पास case studies build होगी. जितने टेस्टिमोनियल्स तुम्हारे पास ज्यादा होंगे, उतना ज्यादा तुम्हारे पास सोशल प्रूफ होगा. जितना ज्यादा सोशल प्रूफ होगा, उतना नए लोग तुम्हारे साथ काम करने में कंफर्टेबल होंगे, क्योंकि ट्रस्ट फैक्टर बढ़ जाएगा. द मोर सोशल प्रूफ देयर इज, द मोर ऑथेंटिक यू सीम टू पीपल हु आर अननोन टू द वर्क दैट यू डू, if that makes sense, right? So it is important to actually gather those reviews and feedbacks once you have delivered your work and the timeline of your project is completed initially. People ignore it. They are like, ठीक है मैं काम कर लिया, पैसे आ गए, मजा आ गया, स्नीकर खरीदते हैं, अच्छा खाना खाते हैं, बाहर घूमने आते हैं, अपना काम हो गया. Dude, you need to be sustainable, right? It is not about कि मैंने एक बार पैसे कमा लिए तो हो गया मेरा काम. हो सकता है कि तुम्हारा पहला क्लाइंट तुम्हें बस $200 के लिए मिले, हो सकता है तुम्हें पहला क्लाइंट बस $500 थे या $400 थे. In order for you to reach that $1,000, you need to follow all these steps religiously. Do not skip any step or do not take any step for granted. You need reviews and testimonials in order for you to sign higher paying clients. अगर तुम अपनी सर्विसेज बढ़ानी है तो तुम अपनी सर्विसेज किस बेसिस पे बढ़ाओगे? तुम लोगों को क्या बोलोगे कि तुमने अपनी सर्विसेज क्यों बढ़ाई? अगर तुम्हारे पास अच्छे टेस्टिमोनियल्स, रिव्यूज और केस स्टडीज हैं तो तुम उसके बेसिस पे अपनी सर्विसेज की प्राइसिंग आई वुड से हाई एंड कर सकते हो. अगर तुम $1,000 चार्ज कर रहे हो तो तुम उसके लिए $2,000 चार्ज कर सकते हो, क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क है. मार्केट में ऐसे लोग हैं जो तुम्हारे लिए आई वुड से क्या बोलेंगे, तो चीयर कर रहे हैं, वो बोल रहे हैं कि अच्छा इस इंसान का काम अच्छा है. दैट इज वेयर रिव्यूज एंड टेस्टिमोनियल्स आर एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, दैट्स द फिफ्थ स्टेप. नेक्स्ट वन इज पॉलिशिंग योर स्किल्स. तुमने वीडियो एडिटिंग सीख के और जो मैंने तुम्हें बताया वो करके अगर एक क्लाइंट साइन कर लिया, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है यू आर द मास्टर ऑफ दैट स्किल. ठीक है, यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस ह्यूमिलिटी. यू नीड टू हैव ह्यूमिलिटी इवन इफ यू हैव साइंड अ लॉट ऑफ क्लाइंट्स एट द स्टार्ट, बिकॉज गुड टाइम्स फटाफट चले जाते हैं, एंड व्हेन शिट गेट्स हार्ड, when you are unable to sign clients when you really want them, all the arrogance that you have, all the humility that you never showed at the start fades away. It messes up with you because of your lack of humility. ठीक है, that's why it is important कि तुम ठीक है, तुम अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, वेल एंड गुड, आई एम applauding for you wherever you are, but you have to make sure कि now still there are a lot of things in the world that you need to learn, that you need to master, that you need to work upon. तुम एक महीने में किसी भी स्किल को मास्टर नहीं कर सकते. पैसे कमाना इज नॉट द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ मास्टरी. यस, द बेटर यू गेट एट योर स्किल, द मोर मनी यू एक्चुअली मेक. इट इज वेरी सिंपल. So do not ignore the fact that you need to learn and work on your skill every day. Extremely important. You have to learn about your skill, whatever the skill might be. I am learning about marketing from last 2.5 years and I still think I do not know a lot of things. There are so many things to actually work around, so many things to consume, so many great people doing great things whose knowledge you want to consume. That is why always practice humility. Be gratitude for what you have, but always practice humility. Please keep your ego aside. Please do not get arrogant when you start earning money at the start. A lot of people, when they start earning money, because they had no money in their bank account, now they have $1,000 coming to their bank account every month. Even though $1,000 is nothing, like 70,000 rupees is nothing in the, I would say, macro of the universe. But for some people, it is a lot because they've never seen a single penny. So 70,000 seems like a lot of money, and then they get arrogant. And they're like, ठीक है, मुझे सब कुछ आता है. I do not want to learn. You have to be student. You have to remain student for the rest of your life in order for you to achieve the greatness. You cannot learn everything in the shorter span of time. You need to, I would say, invest your attention, your energy, your focus, your time in getting great at that one skill. So you have to be student for the rest of your life, right? And that's why I say polish your skills, always work on skills, because the more better you get at your skills, the more money you essentially earn in the world, right? That's the 6th point that I wanted to pitch in. The last point, guys, we are just reaching the end of the podcast. I hope you really found this episode useful till now. If you did, like it if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube, and if you're listening to it on Spotify, make sure you leave the reviews on the Spotify and you follow my podcast, right? That being said, let's move on to the last step, which is increasing your rates. अब होगा ये कि जब तुम्हारे पास टेस्टिमोनियल्स होंगे, तुम्हारे पास रिव्यूज होंगे, तुम अपनी स्किल्स पे रोज काम कर रहे होगे, तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ चुका होगा. नाउ इट इज टाइम फॉर यू टू इंक्रीज योर रेट्स. सिंपल. ओके, स्टार्टिंग में तुम्हें हो सकता है कि यू गेट अनकंफर्टेबल, यू गेट स्केयर्ड अबाउट इंक्रीजिंग द रेट्स, बिकॉज यू विल थिंक कि इफ आई इंक्रीज माई रेट्स आई विल लूज माई क्लाइंट. वेल, डबल योर रेट्स. ओके, अगर तुम आज तक इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम तक $500 में सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहे थे, make it $1,000 at least and pitch it to client. Have the guts, have the confidence to pitch twice your current rate to your client and then see what happens. See what happens. Even if you are unable to close that client at $1,000, I can assure you, after some repetition and after some iterations, you will be able to close that client to $800. If you pitch the $1,000, doesn't matter if you're still working from the last 2 years at $500. Doesn't matter. You have to get confident and you have to confidently increase your rates, because when people see confidence, they smell mastery. Simple, right? Now, the only way you will be able to get confident is by actually working for free, getting great at skill, building soft skills, generating reviews and feedbacks and case studies and polishing your skills. अगर तुम स्टार्टिंग के 5 चीजें फॉलो नहीं कर रहे अगेन एंड अगेन, तो तुम भूल जाओगे, तो अपनी रेट्स कभी इंक्रीज कर पाओगे. वेरी सिंपल. ठीक है. Now, once that's done, once you're confident, go increase your rates. Double your rates. At least double your rates and try to pitch it to your next prospect or your next potential client and see what happens. See what happens. क्या हो जाएगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? सामने वाला मना कर देगा. तुम्हारी बेइज्जती करके तो कहीं से निकाल नहीं सकता ना वो तुम्हें, क्योंकि तुम अपने घर पे बैठे हो. If you are into service, I'm considering 95%, 99% of the people who are watching this are going to work it from their home. डर किस बात का है? Ask. If you never ask, you never get it. At least ask and see what happens. मना कर दिया तो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Try it with someone else, but please try to increase your rates. You have to work at a price as high as possible. इस बात को समझो. The higher the prices that you set for your services, the more premium your services are perceived by your target customer. Simple है ना. अगर मैं तुम्हें आज बोल दूंगी कि एक स्नीकर जो है वो 500 रुपए का और एक स्नीकर जो है वो 25,000 रुपए का है, तुम्हारे दिमाग में बाय डिफॉल्ट 25,000 वाले स्नीकर के लिए वैल्यू ज्यादा होगी, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ द फैक्ट कि 500 रुपए वाले स्नीकर की क्वालिटी क्या और 25,000 रुपए वाले स्नीकर की क्वालिटी क्या है, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तुम समझ रहे हो ना, इसलिए नाइकी के स्नीकर इतने महंगे बिकते हैं और सम लोकल स्नीकर्स दैट विल फाइंड इन द मार्केट आर वेरी चीप। क्वालिटी में कोई एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी फर्क थोड़ी होगा यार, कितना फर्क होगा, 10-15-20% क्वालिटी में फर्क होगा, बट इट इज अबाउट ब्रांड, इट इज अबाउट द कॉन्फिडेंस दैट नाइकी हैज, द ब्रांड दैट दे हैव बिल्ट. So you really have to think about increasing your pricing, increasing your rates every now and then. And that confidence of increasing rates comes from you actually getting great at services that you provide or the skills that you are learning on a daily basis. Simple, right? So that's all, guys. That's everything that I want to talk to you about. I think if you follow these steps, you will get at the $1,000 mark. If you do not get to that $1,000 mark by following these 7 steps in one iteration, you will get there in multiple iterations, 2 iterations, 3 iterations. One iteration might bring you one client of $500. The next iteration might bring you another client of $500. Or if you are doing everything right, you might get one client for $1,000 in the first iteration. But the point is, the summary is, the conclusion is, you do not have to think about all the advanced and complex stuff. You do not have to drown yourself in the complexity of the service world. There are so many things out there in the world, you do not have to pay attention to everything. Okay? Well, all these things are important. In order for you to scale, in order for you to get from $1,000 to $10,000, you will have to learn a lot more things. पर अगर तुमने आज एक भी पैसा नहीं कमाया है तो do not think about all those things, because those things are just distractions. Those things are just excuses for you to do not put in the work in today and do not put in the work and execute the things which are essential for you to take from $0 to $1,000. First get from $0 to $1,000, then we'll talk about how you can get from $1,000 to $10,000. You have to approach it step by step. You cannot jump to $10,000. My heart aches when I see a lot of smart people out of the college getting stuck in this complexity and never able to make career the way they wanted around the skill that they were passionate about. So please make sure you are not getting yourself stuck in the complexity and you are actually paying attention to the fundamentals, the basics of it. अगर तुमने fundamentals को समझ लिया हो, and if you applied those fundamentals in the real world consistently for long enough, you will get your clients and you will get to the first $1,000 mark. Okay guys, so that's all for this podcast episode, I guess. Again, if you found this podcast episode insightful, please smash that like button. अगर तुम्हें ये episode पसंद आया and you're watching me for the first time, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you do not miss more episodes on the Escape Normalcy show in the near future. If you're on the Spotify, leave the review. I would be really, really thankful for that. Follow my podcast on Spotify. Share it with your friends. And I will see you guys in my next podcast episode. Till then, have fun and keep yourself safe. Bye.